Hey guys, this is Aaron from ASMR Destiny, and in this episode of ASMR Tech, I go over the Xbox new Series X and S, the expansion module, some mobile Xbox gaming, and as well as the 3 new series controllers, and we go over some of the cool next-gen features from the consoles, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to ASMR Tech. As I said in this episode, we're going to be talking all about the new Xbox next-gen consoles, the Series X and S, the expansion module that will give your console the much-needed space expansion, as well as I have an Android phone here with the Razer Kishi controller that you can use to play Xbox games on the go, and the new controllers here for the series. So let's go ahead and start off with the controller. So as I do this, guys, I would really appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can get all the latest episodes. So these 2 controllers have actually opened up already. So we have the new Shock Blue controller here, and the Robot White controller. This actually comes with the Series S, and the black controller, which of course comes with the Series X. So I'll go ahead and show you the blue one. So as you can see, as you open up the box, it opens up almost like a present, right? It like opens up to you, it presents itself to you. And this is, credit to the Microsoft marketing teams. They really put in careful thought into the packaging, definitely even more so than PS5 does, than what Sony does with the PS5. If you look at the PS5 box compared to the Xbox Series boxes, oh my god, there is it's a huge night and day difference in the whole thought process, but even down to like the packaging and how you unbox it, right? So the Xbox is laid out where it's like it's presenting itself to you as like an expensive, like high-end product, and that's what it should be. So I really do appreciate Microsoft for even thinking about those small details like packaging. So yeah, this is the new controller, and all 3 have the same functionality. And what's new about the new controller that may not be super obvious is that they did re-texture the design a little bit better to fit even a wider range of hand sizes, and just made it even more comfortable with re-sculpting the shoulder buttons and the trigger buttons here a bit. And yeah, it's definitely more comfortable in the hand versus Xbox One. And it's Bluetooth enabled, just like previous gen controller, so you can hook it up to your Xbox and you can hook it up to a Bluetooth device. They also added the share button here in the middle, so you tap it just to take a screenshot, and you hold it down to take a video. The D-pad here has been resculpted as well, so it feels even better than Xbox One here. So for you guys that use it for, especially for fighting games, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love how the new D-pad feels. And they also added USB-C here for charging. So, and then also, of course, with all the Xbox controllers, if you are familiar, all of them give you the option to use AA batteries and a rechargeable. And I've seen some reviewers where it's like, why doesn't Xbox move to fully rechargeable batteries? Well, I can tell you exactly why, because rechargeable batteries just don't last as long as AA's. So that's why you can use AA's in here, and then if you want to, you can use this rechargeable battery pack if you want. And if you're on the PS5, right, Sony doesn't use AA's at all or any kind of option to change your battery, so you're stuck with the internal battery pack. And if you run out, you are pretty much screwed. You have to plug it in and wait, or if you have a long enough cable, you can continue playing. But still, it is an inconvenience to have not that option to change out your battery. So that's why I also love the Xbox controllers. They still give you that option. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and take a look at the system itself. So of course this is the X, this is the S. The S is the cheaper, less expensive next-gen console. It can play the same games, it'll just won't play it as high resolution. It's 1440p versus 4K. Also the X also has the ability in the future to be upgradable to 8K output as well. So you also don't get a Blu-ray drive with the S, so if you don't care about Blu-ray and you want just all digital games for a cheaper price, and let's say 1440p is good enough for you, then this is definitely the console to get. Now with all the next-gen consoles, the big thing here is storage. And on the Xbox side, you have this expandable storage solution from Seagate, and this is a custom SSD specifically made for the new consoles. And with this, it gives you an extra terabyte. It's around like 980 gigs of usable space. And yeah, it gives you that much needed expandable storage, because the Xbox by itself has around, I think it's around 800 or something gigs of internal storage. The PS5 is even worse, and unfortunately, if you have a PS5 or want a PS5, you do not have an expandable storage solution for PS5 games. So you're stuck with like 680 around gigs of internal storage on the PS5 with no option to expand that right now. So they do have an expansion slot built into the console, but Sony says that is for a future update. So you're pretty much screwed right now when it comes to expanding your storage for next-gen titles on PS5. But on Xbox here, I can just use this expandable storage, and I'm going to pop it in. So this is the My Games and App area, My Games and Apps area, where it shows you all your games and apps in one place. I'll plug in the storage module, and it should recognize here in a second. There you go. So now it propagated all of the titles that were on that. And one thing I love on here versus PS5 is that you can organize this by so many different ways. You can filter it by so many different types of filters. So I can do like internal storage or external storage. I can organize by genre, number of players, by console type, by size, last use, last update. Just a ton of really great options here to filter your game. So on here, I'm just going to filter by console type. And as you may or may not know, the Xbox actually has the best back compatibility. Xbox, it's been always a thing with Xbox that it has to be backwards compatible with previous generations of Xboxes. So that has continued with the Series X, making those previous gen games even play better, they look better. Yeah, so first off here, I have the Series X and S games, and you can see that by the little badge on the bottom left on each game, clearly labeled that this is an X or S next gen title or next gen upgraded title. And then the ones that says Game Pass on them, those are actually from the Game Pass subscription service, which I'll talk about a little bit later. And then I can go down to my previous generation Xbox One games, and in here, yeah, basically it shows all the ones that I've downloaded for Xbox One, which play perfectly, no problems, and even has my really old Xbox 360 and one original Xbox game called Crimson Skies, which I actually highly recommend you play. It's one of the best games on the original Xbox. So yeah, really awesome to be able to play all my previous generation games on here all in one place. So really what that means is that I don't really have to keep around the old consoles. In fact, for me, I've actually gotten rid of all my previous gen Xbox consoles because I can just play everything I have on the new one. So next I'm going to talk about Game Pass and xCloud. And Game Pass is a service, it's called Game Pass Ultimate for the full package, and Ultimate gives you the ability to give you hundreds of games for one set price per month. So I believe they have a special right now. As of this filming, you can get 3 months of Game Pass for $1 each, I think. And then it's like $14.99 a month. So for me, because I don't want to like buy all the games at full price anymore. Like for me, it's like I'd rather subscribe to a subscription service and allow me to play games that I probably maybe wouldn't have bought, or games that I just want to try out but don't want to really buy. So it's an amazing value for really anybody across the board to get an Xbox and just get Game Pass. It's pretty much a no-brainer here. And the awesome thing about it is that Microsoft is going to be releasing all the major titles day and date on Game Pass, and that includes stuff from Bethesda, which they just bought Bethesda. So any game under Bethesda's umbrella of developers, those games are going to be first, better, or best on Xbox or on the PC or both. So yeah, it's, if you like anything released by Bethesda's developer studios, like you're gonna probably want an Xbox if you want to go the console route. And then of course all of their first party titles will also be released day and date here. So I know PS5 has PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus, but those has been really lacking in quality, in game quality, and with the library that Sony offers there. So I know Sony wants to improve that because Game Pass is a huge seller. I mean, it's really the reason why I should get an Xbox is for Game Pass. So every month new titles roll in that you can try out. You can buy them for a cheaper price if you want to actually buy the game. And then some other titles roll out, but all the major releases are going to be on Game Pass day and date. So it's going to be really awesome to play those games without having to just having to purchase those on top of it. So next I'm going to talk to you a little bit about xCloud and basically just mobile gaming from the Xbox. So with the Xbox, you have a couple different options. You can actually stream the console to your mobile device or to your PC or your laptop, and you can actually hook up the controller through Bluetooth and just play your Xbox games streaming through your other devices. So you don't actually have to be in the same room as the Xbox if you want to be able to stream your games. The other option as well, especially for mobile, is playing through xCloud. And so this is cloud gaming, and this service is included with Game Pass Ultimate as a feature. So this is the app on this Android device. You can also get it for iOS, but iOS right now doesn't fully support the feature yet because Apple is blocking some of those features. So hopefully Microsoft and Apple will be able to work through that to offer the full-fledged functionality. But for this I'm just showing you the Android version. So this is the Xbox app, and this is the Razer Kishi controller that just plugs right onto either side of the phone, and as you can see, it has like this plastic piece in the middle that kind of keeps everything stable. So it's an extremely stable option, and what I would say is the best controller for mobile gaming, especially for Xbox xCloud. So on here, as you can see, there's the option for cloud, console, and PC. Not sure if hopefully you can see that. And so I can basically go to here to one of the games. So I'll go to Ori, and then I can hit play. And it actually still does say beta on here, but it is released to everybody. And basically what's happening right now is that you are on Microsoft's own servers. They are spinning up a version of the game for you Actually on the Xbox it actually just said that I'm playing somewhere else, and that's true. I'm actually playing on this device, so you can actually only play on one device at a time with your account. So that's actually what I should have done. But yeah, it's loading the game on like an Xbox like server blade on Microsoft servers, and you're playing essentially what it looks like a video back to you. So this technology has been around for a while, but it's only now has come to like a maturity that we can actually play, say like Xbox and stuff, with very low latency in general. So, or it does take a long time to load, you know. Because this is not running, it's not running on a Series X server rack yet. But I believe they're going to be upgrading those the xCloud servers to Series X hardware here very soon, this next year. That's what Microsoft said. So here it is. So it's so it is loading. I actually have this on my 2.4 gigahertz network, so that's why it's a little stuttery. The wireless network in here in my studio is not that good as well. So, but yeah, you can see it loading here, so that's good. But yeah, I say for like platformers or like puzzle games or anything that's not really like an FPS or a driving game, really, it's really good for those. Really good for those titles. So like Ori here would be a good candidate. But if you have a really strong connection, you can definitely play an FPS or a driving game with this. So but yeah, xCloud is only going to be getting further and further enhanced in the next year. So I think 2021 is really going to be the year where this technology is going to really be more pronounced, it's going to be out there more. Microsoft is going to really even more promote it. It's also coming to the PC. So on the PC side, we'll be able to play games on streaming, kind of like, you know, competitors like Stadia, and some of the other other competitors that are doing game streaming right now. So yeah, really awesome feature. So one feature of the new series consoles that I want to show you guys is something called Quick Resume, and this is something that is exclusive to Xbox right now. PlayStation 5 doesn't have anything like this. PlayStation 5 can only load one game at a time. It cannot have multiple games running in the background or like suspended. But Xbox can do this. So it's called Quick Resume. So I'm in Gears 5 right now, as you can see. Playing around in here, and let's say I wanted to like do something else, right? Let's say I wanted to go back to the dash here. I want to like check on, say, like a download or something. So I can say like, okay, Dragon Quest is still downloading or something, and then I can, you know, either jump back into Gears 5, or let's say like I had to change a heart and say like, okay, I want to go into Ori instead, which I was actually playing earlier. So I can go to Ori, and you can see it says Quick Resume on the top right. That indicates that it is being quick resumed to where I left off. And here we go. So I'm just in seconds, I am actually in the game where I left off in Ori. And I can go back in here and I can say, oh, I want to go back into Gears now. So go back to Gears, it says Quick Resume, and just in seconds here, it's going to leave me where I left off here. So really awesome feature, much needed, for especially with these massive games that are coming out for next gen. So on the PlayStation 5, it has like a fast game switch option, but it's not actually suspending the games. So it has to relaunch the games every single time. There's nothing like this on PS5 right now. So yeah, definitely something that is really awesome on the series consoles, and will save you a ton of time if you want to do some other stuff on your console. So that's it for this overview of the Xbox Series X and S. So it's been a month since the series consoles and PS5 have come out, and both of them have had system updates as well to fix bugs and add some cool new features. And so glad to see that both consoles have gotten updates. Obviously, as of this filming, the next big title is going to be Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm obviously excited for. And yeah, it's that title specifically. We can actually go to the store and we can take a look at that. That's actually going to feature smart delivery. And what that is that basically you can buy the title. And this title, by the way, on next-gen consoles is actually going to run via bat compat on both PS5 and Xbox. So you're actually buying the PS4 version and Xbox One version of Cyberpunk, but as you can see, so it has the, I think they make a note here that the version, I guess they don't make a note here, but they do, I think CD Projekt Red said that the next gen upgrade will be available hopefully early next year, and yeah, the Series X will just get that version. PS5, I'm not sure what they have that compares to smart delivery. You may have to like just manually select it in the store and do it. On the Xbox, it'll just be like a game title update. So yeah, very easy to say like upgrade to the next gen versions of these games, because some of these games are coming out, they don't have the next gen features like ray tracing and stuff in them yet. So but yeah, that is the series consoles, guys. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them in the comment section below the video, and I will be very happy to answer anything that I can. And I hope that you guys that do want one can get one. I know they're still extremely hard to get right now as of this filming, so keep at it. Try, like Sony and Microsoft are trying their hardest to get tons of consoles out there, obviously before Christmas. But yeah, just keep trying, and yeah, you'll be able to get your hands on some next gen gaming hopefully sooner than later. So with that, guys, thanks for watching this episode of ASMR Tech, and I will catch you next time.